All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Detroit! Detroit!
Double tight. Alert! Alert! Three down.
And they'll run it here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now,
Detroit!
2nd and 4
Detroit!
from the 31.
Double tight.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky!
To throw on 2nd down. Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 39, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense is caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play.
Here we go.
First down carry for Henry. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But we just saw a great example what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go.
Man on the left side is Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Down near the goal line. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Leopard!
3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Able to shift, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3 down.
Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Detroit!
51 to Mike. 51.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them. They got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Down. Murray. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 54. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now first carry for the fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Detroit! Detroit!
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now a carry here for the fullback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That's it, baby.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays, exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy
All right,
about
now,
the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly.
Lucky 56.
You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. For that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
bashed it.
Super toe.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football. And somehow,
and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for the defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's not keeping the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means
Murray fighting, lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
on plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Going up top. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
He's going to let one fly for Tate. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there.
This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Hey, you got 3.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the Patriots are back within a score.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. Let's see how they attack him here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first and 10, Murray forced out to his left. And he's got some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time to try something.
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. Buying time to his left. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
All right,
And
now,
I
lucky
never
56.
wanted to make
Lucky
something
56.
more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
Watch it
And
now,
they're scripting something
Barney.
that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll drop the throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real transfer.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Eluding the pressure right. Murray fighting, lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Strong right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete as well.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Gun!
They're going to try and throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Watch it now, Barney! Gun!
On 1st and 10, Murray. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got 4.
Gun!
Here's Murray. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Murray now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, nice.
Let's go. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check, check, check. Motion out of back.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football
now, lucky
players,
56,
but let's
lucky
adopt
56.
it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards on the play. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right?
Here we go.
Because once they get the interception, finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion. What's that? It wasn't an interception. Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive. Looks like they're just totally out of sync, rather than running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here. Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But what about them taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tight, double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down.
And they'll go on the ground. That's now running right through it. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Ravens add on. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance. Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense. Because you hand it to him as we've seen. What'd you say? 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Number 17, the kick return man.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first down, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I know you felt that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch it now, Barney.
They keep it with him on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. He's going to let one fly for Tate. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll set up a throw. And this will be caught at the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth.
It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Gone!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Turnover. That's what we do.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.